Hey there, everybody. I hope that you are having a sweet and pleasant Saturday evening. Last night I had the stream and I can't really describe the mood I woke up in, but it was like this kind of wild, abandoned, crazy mood. And so I decided to make journals that I've never made before. I made 4 today, and if I wake up in that weird, crazy, wild, abandoned mood tomorrow, we might have 4 more. These may be, I'll never make these journals again. They are totally one of a kind. Let me just kind of take you through them and explain them a bit. I need to turn my fan on. Isn't it so pleasant? It's like September and it's still 90 degrees. And there's something just really kind of magical about that. I also saw the moon when took Mia for a walk tonight. And that's always super magical too. I like to see the moon during the day. The first journal is... This started out as one thing. Got emptied out. Kind of started as a paper collection from a friend. I used a paper collection, still had the book. So the book has been on my shelf for, for a little while. And today I got it down and I thought, that wild abandoned spirit was really kind of overtaking me. I thought, I'm going to use this book because it has such good karma and is such good vibe, and make something new out of it. So what I did was I kind of cobbled together some, very disparate kind of papers and, just this and that, and made this journal. And I thought it turned out really pretty, you guys. It has a, kind of a traveler's notebook kind of binding to it. This is a vinyl decal from the dollar store. I love these vinyl decals because they're made in America, and I really do like that. And how many times do you find things in the pound shop that are made in America, right? It is a canvas journal. It, like I said, it was made for me by a friend and emptied out, and I'm sure she would be super pleased to see it in such good use again. So it's a canvas journal. I did distress it a little with a little bit of chalk paint as well. We have pockets and tuck spots, and basically that is what the whole journal is. We have just a few scattered papers, but it is mostly tuck spots and pockets. You'll see the pockets in just a minute. So tuck spots here. This is a great, organizational kind of journal. It's big. Hold on a second. I'll let you know how big it is. It is, 6 by sorry, can't get my fingers working right. 6 by 9 1/4. So very, very big journal. And I tried to kind of fill you guys up with paper here to play with. It does have sewn pockets. Here we're starting the pockets here. It would be a great little stash journal, or maybe your favorites journal. You could just kind of stick things in here. And there we go, you guys. I tied it with some of this really funky tassel trim that I ordered, when I could not find any tassel trim. So I thought that the colors turned out really nicely. It's just a very happy, sweet, big-ish journal. The next Crazy Wild Abandoned journal is... I called this one Swimming with the Fishies, and it started out when I was looking in a drawer where I keep some There was a photographer who went out of business, and he just piled his stuff in the common area at a place called at a gallery in town. And my friend called me and said, hey, there's all this paper here. So I went down and plucked all kinds of paper, which included like photography paper. It included matte board, Bristol board, all kinds of mounting boards. So, and then when I was in the drawer, I found this wallpaper that another one of my friends had sent, and I thought, yeah, you know, just the fabric samples, it was like, well, that's just cool because everything's kind of dropping in together. And that is, you know, that's when you kind of feel like you're in the flow and you kind of feel like you're, you know, doing the work that you were meant to do. I did tie a couple of 4-reel shells on here. I think these were from a trip that I took to Florida about 8 years ago. So we're just going to pull this out right here, and then I can let you see the inside of the book. And basically what it is just a layered book. So we've got the wallpaper, has these cool fish on it. The upholstery sample is right here. This is another upholstery sample. I glued one of the fish from the wallpaper right here. This is a map of Michigan because, you know, Michigan has so many water outlets, you know, the Great Lakes and that sort of thing. I'm going to untie this and hope I don't tie it in a knot. Untie it in a knot. You know, my friend taught me to tie my shoes when I was about 6 years old. And ever since then, I've been pulling knots and stuff. So, you know, for 50, a lot of years, I've been pulling knots and stuff. Alright, this is a wallpaper sample. You know, the nice blue, it all kind of goes together. A wallpaper sample, wallpaper sample, wallpaper sample. This is a print that a friend of mine gave me, and I mounted that on a wallpaper on a upholstery sample as well. I could not resist putting this card in here. It says, holy mackerel, you sick. Here's a string of wishes that didn't get away. There's a guy, a bear with a fishing pole. And this is from my 1940s ephemera. It's amazing to me that it has lasted this long. But if you pull the whole card out, you get this long bunting that's made of fish. It's really cool. It's like a fish banner. This is some of the Bristol board. This is some of the Bristol board. You can see that it is not, this book is not, the way it's bound is like this. So it's not even sewn or anything here because I thought you needed the freedom to just pull these things out and play with them at will. You know, maybe you're having a wild abandoned day and you're thinking, well, that looks like fun. Another wallpaper sample. This is 110-pound watercolor paper right here. Another wallpaper sample. I think that's really super cool. You've got big blocks of Bristol board and watercolor paper to work with. This again is, you know, hope you'll fly out of that bed soon. It's just so cute. Alright, let's flip this over. So it's kind of like a, you know, maybe a portfolio book, something like that. This whole book right here just slips out. You know, you can just take it right out. Like that. Okay? And put it back here. It's super pretty. You could even use it, you know, if you are fortunate enough to have, you know, like a place at the beach, you could use it as a guest book. You know, when people come visit or come rent your place or whatever. I'm just going to kind of tie this like this because I don't think there, well, gee whiz, this is a day of miracles because I just tied that. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to leave that right there. The next two journals, we're calling these WIPs. They are works in progress. And I did some of the work and you are going to progress with the rest of the work. The books are very similar. I'll show them both to you, and then we'll kind of figure out. Of course, they have mermaids on them. Very shiny paper. Got some gold trim there. It says swim all day. There's a mermaid here. It says hi. Your best life, glamorous. It's just a sweet little book. The way that this book is made is it's 3 layers of paper that are adhered together. You have pockets in the front and in the back. So you've got pockets here. Now just put you some stuff in the pockets so you can kind of get the feel of the book. I did a little bit of work, but you are going to progress the work, right? Work in progress. We have some lined paper for you, some graph paper, pretty little things to play with, draw on, write upon. We've got 2 signatures in here. These papers, of course, you know, I believe in adopting the abandoned, so that's exactly what I did here. So you have a lot of abandoned papers in here. The closure is a binder clip that I just put on like this. It does not have any sort of beads or decoration on the spine, but the strings are quite long enough so you can do a beaded spine if you want to. Here's how these books work. You always want to keep your 2 strings on each side of the binding. It's 3 layers of paper. Even 3 layers of paper is, you know, it's a little bit fragile on the spine here. Same thing here. More of the graph paper. Some really nice graph paper. And this is your second signature. This is paper that Trill sent us from New Zealand. You just don't see paper like that here. And there's a pocket in the back. This pocket says Live Every Day. So that's going to be the name of this journal, Live Every Day. And there's your binder clip, just like that. We're going to call this one Glamorous. So we've got Glamorous and Live Every Day. I am putting these in the shop either later on tonight or first thing tomorrow. So just look for them. Very kind of never know if I'm going to ever do anything like this again. I am super fond of these works in progress journals because I think it takes you to a certain point and then allows you to finish the project. The work in progress journals are $15. They're about $5 to ship. Swimming with the Fishies is $20. And our pretty little butterfly is also $20. So you guys are getting good journal deals today because Tammy was just in a wild abandoned mood, and that's how it goes. I hope y'all have a good Saturday night. Take care. See you soon. Bye.